Good afternoon, Taurus, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Cartomancy Tarot. What I like to do is to go on and just give you your ex-lover's romantic reading, which is valid until the end of this month. Okay, I've decided to go on and use my zombie tarot deck as I already illustrated and shuffled, in addition to a few other oracle cards. Okay, so what I'm going to do today, I'm going to, of course, point out the signs that come up for you guys. And, of course, if it resonates in the reading or the message that I'm about to convey to you resonates, please be sure to give this reading a big thumbs up. Subscribe if you've yet to subscribe and share it with others, okay? So, prior to getting into your reading, I'm just going to make a few general observations and then we're just going to begin with just looking at the first with the predominance here of the suit that you have here. You know, you have a predominance of major arcana cards. So this is the let go, let God type, you know, message that the card seems to be recommending to you, and that perhaps you might need to just take your hands off of this situation because destiny is at play. And the more that you force, this situation, the more frustrated you're going to be feeling. I'm kind of getting here. Okay, I also see that there are no wands here that you have here in your reading. So that shows that many of you may have lacked your ambition or passion, or there seems to be no direction, or even, in fact, no chemistry as it relates to your situation with your ex here. Okay, I do feel that this relationship, despite all odds, it still has potential for you guys here. But I'm kind of feeling, or even in fact seeing the ex kind of coming back into your life here. And the ex to me appears to be more of a rebounder. He or she appears to be someone who might be still a bit hurt, from a past relationship, and really hasn't really gotten over the situation I'm feeling, and it may have commitment issues. Okay. I'm also feeling that there's a possibility that either you or they, I'm seeing a possibility of someone being in the midst of a breakup here. Or, in fact, many of you might even be kind of contemplating whether your ex, really has interest still in you, or it could be vice versa, you know. And the message here is kind of telling me here, just looking at your energies here, is kind of telling me to tell you is that it's really no point fighting, you know I'm also seeing too that sometimes certain some other things will come up in the reading here. I'm just looking here and I'm seeing it looks like that someone is gaining weight too that I'm kind of getting here just looking at your reading here. Okay, so we're gonna go on and just dive right into your reading. And before actually getting into the individual cards, I want to first start off with your oracle cards here. Okay, it certainly does appear that there has been some type of a separation. Perhaps the two of you are having some type of communication problems. There seems to be a blockage I'm getting with you and your ex here. You know, and I'm also feeling that despite the challenges that you might be going through, this appears to be someone that is karmically linked to you, and it is seems to be a true love to you despite your odds and the differences that you're going through. But it seems that the problems that you seem to be having are more centered around finances and career. Perhaps finances are affecting your situation. Maybe one of you may be unemployed, or you know or one of you might be putting in too much effort into the relationship than the other, or perhaps your career might be kind of keeping you away from this person. Okay, I'm also feeling too that there's a possibility that there is in fact codependency type issues here. There might be various addictions that might be rampant in your situation with the ex that's affecting the situation here, you know? And again, it also might be, you yourself having some past family issues that you might want to take some time out and try to heal yourself, and try to perhaps even forgive your parents, even God, I'm feeling here. And Taurus, you might just want to try to open yourself up a bit more for love here and just flirt, and just extend your light-hearted, energy to others, just as this card is telling you. Okay, so let's go on and get into more specifics here with the cards here that I pulled to see if In fact, this ex is going to act towards any of these feelings here, because I do feel that the ex do feel it, in fact, feel that you are his or her true love here. But it's just these problems here that are affecting things, finances, career, codependency type issues, that has caused this wedge or separation between you two, among other things, as well as perhaps another person being involved here. Okay? So let's start with looking at the bottom card here. We have the Two of Swords. And with the Two of Swords, ladies and gentlemen, that connects with air signs: Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. And the moon is in Libra with this card. So this card is all about doubts, confusion, and really blocked feelings, and even denial for some of you. So the two of you might not be talking, just as, this separation card has already indicated, you know, and your situation appears to be blocked, a stalemated, with this ex. But with this card, it usually brings about, ladies and gentlemen, a very auspicious type re-beginning, or an auspicious type happening, where I feel that the ex is in fact will is going to attempt to reconcile with you, you know. Or I'm also feeling too, because of the duplicitous nature of this card, another ardent ex may also try to pursue you as well, you know. But I feel that despite whatever that kind of comes your way, you're going to be feeling confused, and you're going to have to really make a choice, ladies and gentlemen. And with making that choice, it's very important for you to kind of express your feelings and really stand your ground with someone, okay? Let's look at the past and see how things may have gone for you in the past here. We have the King of Swords, okay? So that connects again with an air sign, okay? Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. So this certainly shows a very powerful type, influential type person who appears to have been very impatient, one who may have been wise and articulate, but I feel that this person kind of lacked a sense of humor, you know. This person might also, for some of you, may have worked in the military, or, may some type of professional type job here. And so I'm feeling that although there has or was some type of fascination with a person of this caliber, you still were very fearful and uncertain. So much so that you felt like you were kind of running in circles, or that this person were kind of spinning you in circles, okay? And I feel that this situation kind of caused you to shut down emotionally here, that I'm getting, just looking at your past situation. Okay, and it certainly, although it shows a king, it represents, of course, a male or, in fact, a female. Okay, and then we have the hangman there. So with the hangman, that connects with water signs, okay? Cancer, Pisces, and Scorpio. Okay, and Neptune governs that card. So that shows you, it's all about being in limbo. Shows a readjustment type period with trials and even sacrifices, ladies and gentlemen, of all sorts. So presently, you are in fact at a crossroad, waiting patiently or aimlessly, and things aren't like, they just really haven't been moving the way that you would want them to, you know. And perhaps many of you even feel like you're in a bit of a crisis, and you feel a bit powerless to even overcome it, you know. So with this card, it seems that what this card is suggesting is that you might want to try to see things from a different vantage point, and kind of, or find other ways, ladies and gentlemen, and new approaches to how you've dealt, or you've become accustomed to dealing with this ex. Because of course many of you just feel like you're just wasting precious time here, and I feel that it looks like one of you really, as I said, you're having a hard time committing wholeheartedly. And it might be because of past hurts, okay? And, or even, in fact, some of you might even be tired or kind of being viewed, as just a friend to others, vice the lover that you well deserve to be viewed as, okay? So let's go on and look at how this X feels for you here. Okay? And ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind that with these feelings, of course, it could be how your ex is feeling for you just as well as how you're feeling for the ex here. So just keep that in mind here. So we have the Five of Cups. So with the Five of Cups, it connects with water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. And Mars is in Scorpio with this card. So, you know, the ex feels guilty or feels you feel a bit, guilty or bitter or very regretful here, you know? And again, it can go vice versa, or the ex is feeling a bit disillusioned, or feel as if even you're going through a crisis or disappointed, or one of you feel very abandoned. I'm getting very resentful here, okay? And then connecting that card with the Hermit here. But just take a step back, understand that with the Five of Cups, even though you might be having these feelings for your ex, things can be salvageable if you would like them to be. If you feel that it's really worth it. Okay, so let's go right back to this Hermit here. And so that connects with a Virgo. So the ex sees you as being very shy, a humble person, even someone lonely, wise, someone who needs his or her own space at this time, perhaps because of what may have occurred between the two of you. Someone that's withdrawn, patient, yet very serious. And again, those feelings can go vice versa. So now let's turn our attention to how you are, in fact, feeling, ladies and gentlemen, towards your ex here. Okay? We have the Seven of Hazards. Okay? So with the Seven of Hazards, that card connects with Earth signs. Okay? Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But Saturn is denoted in Taurus with this card. So you perhaps feel your ex is a bit apprehensive or even indecisive. Dissatisfied, ladies and gentlemen, perhaps one who might be in a revaluation or or just reevaluating his or her feelings here, as someone that's patient and persistent. And again, it could go vice versa and could just as equally be how you're feeling about the ex. Okay? And next here you have the Strength card. So that connects with fire signs, usually Leos. Okay? So, you see the ex as being a bit courageous, tolerant, firm, or perhaps even a bit energetic. Lustful, ladies and gentlemen, and even easily irritated, with that card here. Hard to tame, you know. So let's go on and try to, examine what's really not important in this situation with your ex, okay? This is advice. The advice that I'm about to give you with this is that you shouldn't really apply any focused attention towards this direction because it won't produce the results that you'd like. So let's look at what's not important here. We have the Eight of Hazards, okay? So that connects with Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Sun is denoted here. So it's certainly not important for you to try to start something all over again, or perhaps start how you originally started. So that's why the hangman is telling you it's time that you look at things from a different approach or take a different action about things. And it's certainly not time for you to contemplate any type of long term goals with this person or even, in fact, act careless. Okay? So let's look and see what's important. We have the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so with the Wheel of Fortune, it connects with fire signs Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Jupiter governs this card. So it's certainly and indeed important for you to take risks. Don't overplan things or don't over intellectualize things, okay? You know, it's important for you to solve your problems, ladies and gentlemen, and kind of do is required. Be spontaneous, okay? Don't act in a predictable way that you've been accustomed to doing with this ex, okay? So now let's look and see what might be hidden in your situation, okay? We have the Emperor, okay? So with the Emperor, that connects with Aries, okay? So it certainly shows to me that a very dominating ex certainly will resurface and I see you having discussions about your next step. And I feel that many of you are going to also be asked out. But I still feel the confusion that you're going to be feeling here. So it looks like you're going to be in a very bit of a deciding mode here. I'm kind of getting that. A lot of you kind of really need to make a decision. Okay. So let's look at what your potential outcome might be. We have the Three of Swords there, and of course, you see the cutting and the eating of the heart here. So, of course, that shows a sense of being stabbed in sense in the heart, or or just you know, I or just having heartache, or just being losing your faith, or just mourning something, or just shocked about a situation here. So I'm feeling in the end, ladies and gentlemen, that while some confusion remains, and something definitely shocking is going to arise, I'm feeling, many of you still, I feel, you're going to be at a loss with this situation with your ex. But I do feel that you're going to decide to continue on, or reconnect in some way despite these challenges. And of course, it is for those of you who feel that the situation is salvageable, you know? Because usually with that card there, the situation usually comes of a temporary nature here. Alternatively, as I've already suggested, some of you might even decide to kind of, really move on because you're tired of all of the stress that this is, kind of been giving you here, you know? But I feel that if you do want to reconnect, ladies and gentlemen, you do need to resolve all of these issues here, these codependency issues, and these, you need to heal your past, and you overcome these financial type issues that you've kind of been going through. And also, try to be a bit more authentic in your approach. Be real and true to who you really are and how you're really feeling about your situation here, because certainly the only thing that is real, ladies and gentlemen, is love. Try to shift your focus back to love here, because indeed you certainly do have a spiritual connection with this ex, and it goes beyond this lifetime, and certainly don't, tell yourself that you can't do things here because you are limitless, ladies and gentlemen. And you can certainly, with that card here that's kind of showing here, you can certainly do any and everything, ladies and gentlemen, that you really want. If you certainly just put your mind to it, you can accomplish major feats here. Okay? And also with insight here. This is a very good card here, and understand that with your ex, I think that many of you may have been very critical of this person here. And this card is kind of telling you that it's very important, ladies and gentlemen, that you try to find some level of peace with this person as you attempt to kind of reconcile your differences. I'm kind of getting here. Because again, it's all about being aware and really being aware of another person's feelings, and how they're being feeling, and kind of putting yourself in their position here. And then you have transformation, ladies and gentlemen. So this card is telling you to kind of be grateful for all that you kind of accomplished, no matter how big or how small that you kind of perceive your accomplishment, you know, and you know, just to be thankful, you know. And in conclusion, ladies and gentlemen, just to give you a few more messages here, okay? Just to further emphasize the fact that you need space between one another, as that separation card has said here. Reflect on things, okay? Give each other some space at this moment, and trust and have faith that all will work out for the best, you know? And also, ladies and gentlemen, understand that I feel that you are entering a period of, positive change, and deep and profound transformations, as this card has already suggested, that really occur at the deepest level of your being. And I feel that you're going to certainly emerge with a renewed passion for life, full of romance and indeed creativity. Okay? So this is what I have for you, Taurus. I certainly hope that this reading has offered food for thought. Be sure to share your comments, subscribe if you've yet to subscribe. And if you need a personal reading, you can contact me at WAT61073 at gmail.com. Enjoy your day. Thanks.